Welcome back to another episode of The Daily Threat, your trusted source for the latest cybersecurity news and insights. Today we have a jam-packed episode with three major stories that highlight the evolving landscape of cyber threats and the importance of staying vigilant. But before we dive into the details, I want to remind you to subscribe to The Daily Threat to ensure you never miss an episode. Today's episode is brought to you by MoveIT Solutions, your trusted partner in cybersecurity. Our first story today takes us to the world of nonprofit organizations and the pressing need to close the cybersecurity gap they often face. In a recent article by Tony Bradley on Forbes, he sheds light on the vulnerabilities faced by nonprofits and the potential consequences of neglecting proper cybersecurity measures. The link to the article will be available in the episode description. The article emphasizes that nonprofits, despite their noble missions, are not immune to cyber threats. In fact, they can be attractive targets for cybercriminals due to the perception that they may have weaker security defenses compared to large corporations. Nonprofits often handle sensitive donor information, financial data, and personal records, making them valuable targets for hackers seeking to exploit this information for financial gain or other malicious purposes. One common avenue for attackers to breach nonprofit organizations is through phishing attacks. These attacks typically involve deceptive emails or messages that trick employees into divulging sensitive information or clicking on malicious links, providing the attackers with a foothold into the organization's network. Once inside, hackers can gain unauthorized access to databases, steal valuable data, or even deploy ransomware, locking down the organization's systems until a ransom is paid. To mitigate the risks faced by nonprofits, experts recommend implementing a multi-layered approach to cybersecurity. This includes employee training and awareness programs to educate staff about the latest phishing techniques and the importance of strong password hygiene. Additionally, nonprofits should invest in robust cybersecurity tools such as firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and endpoint protection software to safeguard their networks from potential attacks. By taking proactive measures and prioritizing cybersecurity, nonprofits can better protect their sensitive data and fulfill their missions without the fear of falling victim to cybercriminals. Our next story takes us to the alarming mass exploitation of a zero-day vulnerability in MoveIT, a popular file transfer software widely used by organizations around the world. This story, reported by Ars Technica, highlights the growing casualties resulting from this ongoing attack. You can find the link to the article in the episode description. The zero-day vulnerability, a previously unknown software flaw that has not been patched, allows attackers to execute arbitrary code and take control of vulnerable systems. In this case, the attackers have been exploiting the vulnerability in MoveIT to gain unauthorized access to critical infrastructure and corporate networks, wreaking havoc in the process. The scale and impact of this ongoing attack cannot be overstated. Numerous organizations, including major corporations and government entities, have fallen victim to the exploitation of this zero-day vulnerability. The attackers are using various tactics, such as spear phishing emails, compromised websites, and social engineering techniques, to trick employees into executing malicious code or disclosing sensitive information. Once inside the network, the attackers move laterally, escalating privileges and exfiltrating sensitive data. One high-profile victim of this attack is Siemens Energy, a global leader in energy technology. Bleeping Computer reported that Siemens Energy recently confirmed a data breach resulting from the MoveIT data theft attack. This breach has raised concerns about potential disruptions to critical infrastructure and the theft of sensitive intellectual property. The risks posed by this mass exploitation of a zero-day vulnerability are immense. Organizations face the potential loss of valuable data, significant financial costs associated with incident response and remediation, reputational damage, and even legal consequences. The attackers can leverage the stolen information for financial gain, industrial espionage, or future targeted attacks against the affected organizations. To protect against such attacks, it is crucial for organizations to prioritize vulnerability management and patching processes. Keeping software and systems up to date, promptly applying patches, and monitoring for any signs of compromise are essential best practices. In addition, organizations should enforce robust access controls, implement network segmentation, and conduct regular security awareness training for employees to minimize the risk of falling victim to phishing attempts or other social engineering tactics. As we come to the end of today's episode, we must not forget the importance of staying informed and educated about the ever-evolving cybersecurity landscape. The Daily Threat is committed to bringing you the latest news, insights, and best practices to help you navigate the digital world safely. Remember to subscribe to the Daily Threat to receive our daily episodes directly in your inbox. Today's episode has been brought to you by MoveIT Solutions, a leading provider of cybersecurity solutions. Whether you're a nonprofit organization seeking to enhance your security defenses or a business looking to safeguard your critical infrastructure, MoveIT Solutions is your trusted partner in the fight against cyber threats. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll continue to uncover the latest cybersecurity news and share valuable tips to protect your digital assets. Thank you for joining us on the Daily Threat. Stay safe, stay secure, and until next time, remember, vigilance is your best defense against cyber threats.